The last thing we want is to appear critical of our police officers who are too few in number, do amazing work considering the odds they're up against. The problem we have here is that when we convey information to our police department, we can only hope that it gets to the officers responding to calls for service in our immediate neighborhood where we have information that they may not have. The bottom line, until you stood on the roof of your building and extinguished a fire on the roof of an old Victorian right next door to you caused by illegal bottle rockets, you truly do not appreciate the potential threat that illegal fireworks pose to our older midtown neighborhoods. We want to catch these people. It's a matter of life and death, although some people will consider it a nuisance. Tonight was no exception to the things that we try to accomplish. We've been there before. We have information. We want that to get to our responding officers. For no other reason, the audio you're about to hear is tasking officers to respond to reports from multiple people of shots fired, an assault with a deadly weapon, possibly a shooting, when none of that was true, and it was simply illegal fireworks, and we had conveyed that information to the communication center before those officers began to arrive. What you're about to hear and what you're about to see is an example of how that happened. This radio call has been condensed down from approximately 10 to 12 minutes to just a few minutes for ease of listening.
Flight 6 and 7. Can you show us on a 927 3 sounds of a blast of some sort? We're at 16th George.
Flight 657. Flight 657, be advised, we're getting a 245 in progress at 714 18th Street. Complainant thinks that they heard gunshots coming from the residence, and then there was also about 415. Complainant heard 5 to 6 shots, no visual. Sam, 3 to copy.
Yeah, it was kind of...
Complainant?
Flight 7, yeah, it was 3 loud blasts. Not sure where it came from.
Somebody do the 245 into your call?
Yeah, from, was that 925 again?
714 18th Street. Flight 6, Flight 7, 11236. Just be advised, we're getting multiple duplicate calls of sounds of gunshots in the area. No further information, though.
Flight 7, we just saw it. It's fireworks. We're trying to isolate now. We're like half a block away. Flight 7, it's going to be an alley at 714 18th Street.
Okay.
Oh, Flight 7, yeah, we see him now. Flight 7, we're out with a couple of the subjects.
7, are you stable? Flight 7, are you stable?
Yeah, firm. Flight 7, I'll be code 8.
Flight 7, check.
Flight 7. Just find it, the house address is 1725 H. Henry Street, apartment number. We have a Cal deal to attach. U Union 112.
7, check. 6-7, near 978, comes back valid to Alaska, Waddell.
Check. Flight 6 and 7 will be clear. Adam Yells and I report.
We're out with officers in the 1700 block between G and H, where I believe the second volley of fireworks were going off in response to very loud fireworks in the 1800 block of H Street, where we are. We contacted the communication center to let them know that the report of gunshots were in fact very loud illegal fireworks being set off in 2 different locations. I'm not convinced at this point that they have the individual responsible in the 1800 block of H Street, but we're going to meet up with the officers as soon as they clear this individual who they have detained and checking out in the alley in the 1700 block of G and H. At this point, we're pretty sure that we may have one or more of the explosions captured on our surveillance cameras, and we anticipate that we have a pretty good idea where the problem was on our block, simply because of the events that occurred on the 4th of July when it sounded like a firefight in Iraq or Afghanistan. Extremely loud flashes that looked almost like lightning strikes. So I hope who they have detained here, that they're checking
is one of the individuals, because this is getting to be a real nuisance and a unnecessary tie-up of our police officers' time over juvenile antics.